Like I stated in my Blackathon TBR challenge video, this entire week is all about the readathons I'm participating in February, and one of those readathons has to be the ContemporaryAthon. Yes, the ContemporaryAthon is back and we're now in round 6. I am still in awe. That's like almost 4 years. Like, wow. It's going to be holding from Monday the 10th of February to Sunday the 16th of February. So yes, we're going to try and read as much books that fulfill as many challenges as possible within a week. Thankfully, we are able to combine challenges because that's the only way I'll be able to get away with this, especially because you already know that I'm reading a lot of books in February because 3 readathons, like duh. So here is my TBR for the ContemporaryAthon round 6. And in the first prompt, we are meant to read a contemporary book with green on the cover, and for that I am going with The Female of the Species by Mindy McGuinness. This I consider this like a lemony green, so for me it totally and completely works. Like, this entire cover is lemony green. In this we follow Alex Crafts, whose older sister was murdered 3 years prior, but the killer was able to walk away free, and Alex taps into her darker side in order to mete out punishment to the killer. And when her own crime goes unpunished as well, she decides that it's best for her to exist on the fringes of society, except for the fact that 2 special people will not allow her to do so. First is Jack, who is the popular boy, the guy every other student wants to be or be with. He feels guilty about the role he played the night Alex's sister Anna died, and so when it is that nobody notices Alex, when it is that she's faded successfully into the background, he sees her, he notices her, he wants to know her. And then there's PK, the daughter of the preacher, who is not necessarily following the straight and narrow like her father would preach. She definitely has tasted alcohol, she definitely misses having sex with her ex-boyfriend, and yeah, these 3 unlikely people get along and are on their way to becoming friends when a night of partying once again sets loose the female of the species, which is considered the deadliest, and everybody's life will never be the same, especially this core 3. I have wanted to read this book since like forever, and I definitely intend to read it next month for ContemporaryAthon. So The Female of the Species by Mindy McGuinness. Next, we have to read a contemporary from a new to you author, and the author I'm choosing for this is, of course, is anybody surprised at this point? Female of the Species by Mindy McGuinness. I've never read any Mindy McGuinness book. This will be my first Mindy McGuinness book, and it totally fits the prompt. Thank the universe for being able to combine challenges. Like, woohoo! Next, we are to read a diverse contemporary, and we're told to keep in mind that February is Black History Month, and for that I am going with The Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. In this, we follow a young boy who is stuck in a time loop, who met the girl of his dreams, but then she dies before their relationship can go any further, but then he's able to go back in time, and as he tries to save her, he learns more about her, they slowly fall in love, but every single time is not able to succeed. So the final question is, would he finally be able to keep her from dying, or is this book just all about the memories you build when you know that you're basically just living on borrowed time? I love the concept. I love this cover, and I have been wanting to read this ever since I got it last year, so I am definitely going to be reading it for ContemporaryAthon. Next, we are meant to read a backlist contemporary. That's a book that has been on our TBR for over a year, and for that I'm going with The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. A lot of people have said so many great things about this. They have been like, Noria, this is your favorite trope of all time, is enemies to lovers. These 2 people can't stand each other. It's worse because they are the assistants of co-executives, and when they find out that there's a job opening for a higher position and they are both up for the job, they end up just sabotaging each other, and in the midst of that sabotage they fall in love. And it's just the premise. Everything sounds fantastic and amazing. I repeat, it involves one of my favorite tropes of all time. And I've heard so many great things about it. Like, a lot of people really love this book, so I can't wait to read it. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Definitely a book I'm reading for ContemporaryAthon. And then we're meant to read a dark or hard-eating contemporary, and I definitely think The Female of the Species counts for that. Like, this entire book starts off on a murdered girl and her sister setting out to get revenge, and when she successfully does get that revenge, she's not caught. Like, tell me that is not already dark and hard eating. So Female of the Species by Mindy McGuinness totally fits for this prompt as well. And for the next prompt, we had to read a book with an illustrated cover. Thankfully, all 3 books that I've been talking about so far have illustrated covers, from The Hating Game to Female of the Species to Opposite of Always. Like, look at it, illustrated covers. I'm just thankful that contemporary books are currently on an illustrated covers trend, because there's always been illustrated covers, but it's just been more of a trend in the last couple of years, and definitely any of these 3 books will work for me for that. Y'all have illustrated covers. Yay! Lucky me. And for the final prompt, we have to read a book that is beloved by a member of the book community. And of course, we're meant to shout out that creator. And for me, it's The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Everybody practically loves it. Chelsea herself practically swears by this book. I am more than ready to read it and see if it's worth the hype, because everybody hyped Kiss Quotient for me last year, and I was so happy to discover that that book more than lived up to the hype. So I am very, 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 very highly anticipating reading The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Fingers crossed that I love it. But yeah, those are the 3 books I am going to be reading for ContemporaryAthon, which, like I said, is taking place from February 10th to February 16th. I'm going to leave Chelsea and Julie's announcement video down in the description bar below. If you're interested in participating in the ContemporaryAthon, you can go check out the announcement videos. They have all the information and more that we all need. But yeah, that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to, and if you do, please do not forget to click on that notification bell so you can know every time I have a new video go up. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.